Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The buzz around the league is absolutely electric right now because Kevin Durant, yes, the same Durant who became a central figure in the Golden State Warriors dynasty, has allegedly dropped a line that has everyone from casual fans to die-hard hoop heads whispering in every corner of the basketball world. Word is, when KD was casually asked about the idea of reuniting with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, he smirked and said, "I made history with that team." That one sentence, simple as it is, has exploded across social media like a firecracker on the 4th of July. People are dissecting it, breaking it down frame by frame as if it were game film, and wondering if this is Durant leaving the door open to a return to the Bay. And when you think about it, there's a certain poetry to the notion. Durant and the Warriors together felt like basketball played on cheat mode, a team so devastating that it forced opponents to rethink how the game was even approached. The memories are still fresh: 2 championships, an MVP-level dominance, and a cultural impact that shifted the balance of the NBA for years. The intriguing part is how Durant's comment carries weight beyond nostalgia. It's not just about reflecting on old glory, but about what such a reunion could mean in the present tense. The Warriors are not the same team they were in 2017 or 2018. They are older, wiser, but also dealing with the natural decline that comes when stars cross into their mid-30s. Steph Curry is still a flamethrower capable of torching defenses on any given night, but the burden on his shoulders has grown heavier as injuries and inconsistency plague the supporting cast. Klay Thompson has fought back valiantly from devastating injuries, but his body is not quite the same. Draymond Green continues to be the heartbeat of the team, but even his relentless energy has shown signs of wear. Into that context enters the thought of KD, still one of the most gifted scorers to ever touch a basketball, sliding back into that familiar lineup. Imagine the spacing, the gravity, the matchups that would once again feel impossible for defenses to solve. The league would shudder. Of course, this is still just rumor, and that's what makes it so intoxicating. The NBA is built on these whispers, these possibilities that get fans talking for hours. Did Durant mean that he would genuinely consider it? Or was it just a nostalgic nod to his time in Oakland? Some argue it's the latter, that KD is too focused on cementing his own legacy outside of Golden State to ever go back. After all, his move to Brooklyn and later to Phoenix was framed around the idea that he didn't need the Warriors to define him. He wanted to prove he could win without them, that his greatness wasn't tied exclusively to the most talented super team of the era. But at the same time, players evolve, priorities shift, and the allure of playing meaningful basketball with trusted teammates never fades. When Durant says he made history there, it resonates as both a proud acknowledgement of the past and, potentially, a hint at unfinished business. Fans are left to decide if this is just chatter or a spark that could ignite into something real. And then there's the emotional side of it all. For the Warriors fan base, KD's return would be a complicated but thrilling ride. His arrival back in 2016 was met with as much awe as controversy, with half the league accusing Golden State of breaking basketball. But in the Bay Area, he was embraced as the final piece of an unstoppable puzzle. Fast forward to his departure in 2019, and emotions were raw. Some fans felt betrayed. Others understood his desire for a new challenge, but everyone knew something special had ended. To bring him back now, after years of ups and downs, would be a reunion filled with both nostalgia and redemption. It would be a chance to heal old wounds, to rewrite the ending of a chapter that many felt closed too soon. And make no mistake, if KD did return, Chase Center would explode in a frenzy unlike anything the NBA has seen in years. The jersey sales, the ticket demand, the media frenzy, it would all be off the charts. From Durant's perspective, the question is not just about basketball. It's about legacy. History is written not only by the victories, but by the stories that surround them. KD's time with the Warriors was a double-edged sword. He won, and he dominated, but critics said he did it with an already stacked deck. Returning now would shift the narrative entirely. Instead of being seen as a mercenary who joined a juggernaut, he could be framed as the missing piece to help an aging dynasty make one last run. Imagine if Durant and Curry closed their careers together with one final championship parade through the streets of San Francisco. That kind of story would echo through history in a way no hot take could diminish. It would validate KD's greatness while honoring the chemistry and artistry that made the Warriors must-watch basketball in the first place. Still, the practicalities loom. The Warriors' salary cap situation is a labyrinth, and Durant's contract isn't exactly light on the wallet. Trades, negotiations, and sacrifices would be necessary, and the front office has been walking a tightrope between maintaining competitiveness and planning for the future. Would they mortgage what's left of their young core to bring back Durant? Would the egos involved allow for harmony in the locker room? And perhaps the most pressing question of all, does Durant truly want to step back into that spotlight, knowing that the narrative around him would instantly shift back to debates about the Warriors' dominance? These are the unknowns that fuel the rumor mill, and until something concrete emerges, fans are left in limbo, playing the what-if game. What's certain, though, is that one sentence from Durant has once again made the Warriors the most talked-about team in the NBA. And now we dive into the speculation that makes this story irresistible. Durant's words, "I made history with that team," are being dissected as if they were clues in a detective novel. Analysts, pundits, and fan accounts on every platform are already spinning theories, connecting dots that may not even exist yet. Some argue that it's a subtle signal, a soft opening to plant the idea of a return without committing publicly. Others say it's pure nostalgia, a reflection that doesn't imply any intent. But in the NBA, intent and rumor are often two sides of the same coin. One offhand comment from a superstar can start a chain reaction that eventually reaches boardrooms, contract lawyers, and marketing teams. If Durant were to seriously consider a comeback to Golden State, the ripple effect would be felt league-wide. Ticket sales would skyrocket overnight, jersey numbers would sell out in minutes, and media outlets would shift all their energy to cover every tiny development. The Warriors' PR machine would have a gold mine, and social media would light up like a championship night. Fans would flood arenas with signs, chants, and nostalgia-laden memories, ready to embrace a player who once defined a golden era. The timing of Durant's statement also raises eyebrows. The league is entering a phase where veteran talent and star power are increasingly influential in playoff runs. Durant himself is still at an elite level, blending scoring, versatility, and experience in a way few players can match. Returning to a familiar system, where spacing, shooting, and playmaking are already finely tuned, could allow him to focus purely on winning. It's not just about stats or personal accolades. It's about legacy, about crafting a story that goes beyond individual achievement. The Warriors have always had a culture of excellence, and Durant knows it firsthand. Integrating into that environment again could be seamless, or at least smoother than starting fresh with a new franchise. Rumors are flying about potential scenarios: a mid-season trade, a free agency move, or even a prearranged plan for the next championship window. Each of these possibilities carries its own drama, intrigue, and set of challenges, which only feeds the media frenzy. What's particularly fascinating is how the rumor has ignited debate across fan bases. Warriors loyalists are buzzing with excitement, imagining the revival of a championship-caliber lineup. Rival fans, meanwhile, are bracing for the possibility, analyzing weaknesses, and wondering if the balance of power in the Western Conference might shift yet again. The ripple effects extend beyond just the team. Fantasy leagues, betting markets, and even player morale across the NBA could be influenced by the mere whisper of Durant's potential return. Social media has become a battlefield of predictions, conspiracy theories, and meme culture, turning a simple statement into a multi-layered spectacle. It's a reminder that in the modern NBA, words alone, carefully timed, casually delivered, can create a whirlwind of speculation, excitement, and even anxiety. Kevin Durant's history with the Warriors isn't just about championships. It's about the narratives, the drama, and the emotion that he can summon with just a few words. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. The human element cannot be underestimated. Durant and his former teammates share a chemistry that transcends the stat sheet. Steph Curry's gravity on offense, Klay Thompson's deadly shooting, and Draymond Green's defensive orchestration create a foundation that KD already understands intimately. The unspoken trust, the instinctive movements, and the shared experience of winning together could be rekindled almost instantly. Fans imagine alley-oops, pick and rolls, and those signature moments that made the Warriors nearly untouchable. Yet, the drama lies in the uncertainty. Will Durant want to fit into a system where he once had to balance his superstar ambitions with a pre-existing dynasty? Will the team welcome him back without tension or ego clashes? These questions are what make the rumor so tantalizing. Each day, every interview, every subtle gesture from KD is analyzed under a microscope, fueling speculation and keeping the story alive. The anticipation becomes almost a sport in itself, a contest of imagination as fans project what might happen if history were to repeat or evolve. There's also a broader narrative at play, one that touches on redemption, unfinished business, and legacy. Durant's career has been punctuated by moments of brilliance, but also controversy and criticism. Returning to Golden State would be more than a basketball decision. It would be a statement. It could redefine how he is remembered, allowing him to be seen as both a team player and a historic talent. The optics are irresistible. A champion returning to a place where he once dominated, with the possibility of cementing his own story in a context that once drew both admiration and scrutiny. Sports media would dissect every angle, from the financial implications to the locker room dynamics, and fans would speculate endlessly. It's a perfect storm of narrative intrigue, blending athletic performance with human drama, social media frenzy, and the timeless allure of a legendary reunion. The NBA thrives on these what-if scenarios, and Durant's comment has ignited one of the most tantalizing possibilities in recent memory. Finally, the sheer unpredictability keeps the rumor alive. Nothing is confirmed, nothing is final, and that uncertainty fuels endless discussion. Fans will continue to debate, to theorize, and to dream of Durant stepping back onto the floor in Warriors colors. The story evolves with each day, gaining momentum as analysts speculate on contracts, chemistry, and playoff potential. Even if Durant never returns, the conversation itself has reignited interest, reminding everyone why he remains one of the most compelling figures in the sport. The magic of his statement lies not just in its content, but in the reaction it provokes. Hope, excitement, curiosity, and an irresistible sense of possibility. In the world of professional basketball, few things capture the imagination like the hint of a superstar reunion, and Kevin Durant has just given the league, and its fans, exactly that. The whispers continue, the speculation grows, and the dream of history repeating itself keeps basketball conversations alive late into the night. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.